This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News, news-free Dixie for the 21st century.
And you know what? Interesting. Like we did that segment a couple weeks back about polygamy, and people out in a firestorm about that. A lot of black women saying that. I mean, but I'm saying, like you said, if a black woman not treating their boys like girls, and if you got Hillary Clinton that locked up all these black men, you got a shortage of available black men. And you got women laying with black men and producing kids anyway. So why not go the polygamy route and call it what it is?
Yeah.
But I put that out there. I said they cursed me out.
Basically, every year you've got, for the last decade, if you include all races and ethnicities in the pot, only 28% of each year's high school graduates are male. So what's that mean? That means for every one male, there's three females.
Right.
So hey, unless the woman wants to support the guy, which is crazy, that's all kinds of pimpology in that. And by the way, you see, one of the things I don't like is too many of these situations where the boy's got a mama who's got 8, 9, 10, 11 kids and 5, 6, 7 different babies' daddies.
Right.
They tend to they're back into glorifying pimps.
Yeah.
And see, when I was growing up, and I represented pimps and hoes. It was me, Melvin Turner, Marvin Ballin, Stanley Fink, and some other people that represented all these prostitutes and pimps back when. And if there is a sleazy, no good somebody that ought to be in hell, that would be right down at the bottom of the penitentiary hierarchy, just above pedophiles, it would be pimps. And see, like, what you doing, man? I'm pimping, man. I'm pimping. Why would you want to advertise that you be in such a sleazy, unmanly thing as a pimp? You know, that's about as low as you can get other than being a child molester.
Wow. And you know, if you say that, because people will confuse polygamy with pimping, and I'm thinking about how is that pimping when you look at it like Mormons, right? They the foundation of their religion is polygamy, and they was able to pull their resources and become a very powerful entity to deal with. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, see, here's the thing. See, the bet on polygamy, the new polygamy we were talking about, is predicated on, okay, let's say you are a black man and you've got a graduate degree, master's degree, or PhD. Well, all races and ethnicities combined, only 36% of the grad students are male in the whole country. 64% are female. So what that means is that you have the ability to support. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Not you live off of. That's pimping and simping. That's begging.
Right.
That's just being the equivalent of being a little blonde bimbo airhead or gold digger. If you don't have the means to provide the wherewithal.
Right.
Now, Scheherazade Ali, a sister, wrote this book. And she said, sisters need to be realistic. Women need to be realistic. Said, ask themselves, do they have a close male friend, male cousin, male colleague, or a brother? And ask them if they know one of them who is absolutely loyal and monogamous. And the answer is going to be no, they don't. So why should they expect, if they don't know one that they know outside of some kind of sexual act, you know, connection with, do they expect the one they get to be monogamous? And quiet as kept, sisters are just as bad about it anyway.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, is it natural to be monogamous? Is that against human nature? to be monogamous? I mean, really?
It's called polyandrous if it goes the other way around.
Okay.
Polygamous if it is the way we're talking about it.
Okay. But I think this talk needs to be had because we already going that way in society. We got gay marriage. You're going to have bestiality. Why not have all that out in the open, too? They're already destroying dogs and cats. I mean, I'm just saying, we got gay marriage. I mean, that's not reproducing life. You got to recruit. Well, they don't reproduce, they recruit. So that's really not like between a man and a woman. There's a lot of can of worms. Yeah.
It's a lot to think about, and people can't be objective about it. They get all hooked up and emotional about it.
Tell me about it, man. I put that segment on what you did, and I did something about it. I said, can't polygamy save the black family? And I was trying to make some argument. I ain't saying it just was the only way. I don't even think I'll embrace it myself, but it is an option to consider because you think about so many black women voted for Hillary Clinton, and she one of the main reasons why you don't got no man. Her and her husband with their private prison stuff.
Now, this gets me. Sister talking about you complaining about that. I know you. I used to represent you. You got 7 kids and you got 5 different babies' daddies and you never been married.
That's right.
Now, what do you call that? That's polyandrous. That's being polyandrosity.
That's right. That's right.
Now, what do you call it? Well, I said, no. And, when I was representing you way back when, and I know, like all of your boys went to the penitentiary, and most of them old, broke down, look like they 70, 75, 80 years old, and they're just hitting 40.
Right.
Don't lie to me. I know about your life because I used to be your lawyer.
That's right.
Now, what do you call it? Who's that at the door? What's that old record? Who that at the door? It's my baby daddy.
That's right. I remember that song. I used to be. I also remember the backdoor man. So I remember all that.
Yeah. See, what you call that? Now come on. And out of that bunch, you got 1 or 2 that you depend on, because they're the only 1 or 2 that got jobs, and they didn't really want you to begin with. You just got knocked up because you got him and you drunk one night.
Telling you, you saying the devil tonight, Judge. I mean, people gonna be riled up, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it's like, what do you call this? They're the only ones with money. You got 5 baby daddies that broke or in the penitentiary or dead. Then 1 or 2 of them you're gonna exploit, to get your vengeance for all the other mistakes you made.
Yep. So, man, I ask you this: how accountable or how responsible are black women for the current situation in black male and women relationships? Are they?
Well, see, I think we've been ruined as a people because of stuff like this juvenile court travesty we've got in Memphis,
right?
Shelby County. It's just like, I remember when I was first started practicing law. It's like Lloyd Brown Earl wants you to take, wants you to represent me. I've been screwing this dude from International Harvester. He make $14.62 an hour, and I'm gonna say he my baby daddy. It's really Earl, but we go down there. Judge Turner gonna make him pay. All I gotta do is claim. No, I can't do that. But he say give you 5% every month. I know I'm not gonna do that. Well, 10%. That's a high. I'm not gonna do that. And see, they'd run down there, and this travesty they've got down here that they call a juvenile court, where that whole building needs to be torn down to the last brick, built all over, and half of the people been involved in that need to be dug up out of graves and put under a penitentiary floor for wrongdoing. See, they set up a travesty in our community, and it's duplicated all around this country, where a lot of black men for a 50, 60-year period were paying child support for kids they knew weren't their kids. You see, and it's just a game that exploits our community and screws up our family life. Now, I'll give you an interesting statistic. What ethnic group pays child support more regularly than any other in the United States?
Black people, right? African Americans?
Black men. But most people don't know that.
Yeah, we the deadbeat dad. We the symbol that always like when you think about deadbeat dad, you think of a black man, right? That's the media.
But you see, we are the last people in America to be deadbeat dads. I mean, you got that in the penitentiary, out of jail, that welfare situation excuse it. But see, most people on welfare in America are not black; they're white.
Exactly.
And most dads in America that are black pay their child support.
Yeah, I know guys.
Divorce court, we pay more regular than anybody.
Right, but
see, you got these circuses like Juvenile Court, Memphis and Shelby County. A circus, it's a kangaroo court. It's not a real court. It's just a way to keep the black community down and make money off of us.
That's right.
And you see, like this up in Pennsylvania, these judges went to jail for literally selling these black kids and black families into these penal systems so they could make money off of them. That's the same thing going on down here.
Yes,
the Justice Department says it's the most racist and corrupt system they've ever encountered. And we sit here as a people where, 80.9% of the registered voters in Memphis are black. Not black, but only 19.1% of the registered voters are white. And where the majority of the population is black, we let these clowns get away with it. Where the majority of the people in Shelby County are black, and we let these racists run this thing. And the Justice Department calls them racist.
Yes, sir.
I don't even get the credit for calling them that. That's the U.S. Department of Justice, the most racist, bigoted operation they've ever encountered, ever. Now, that's saying something.
And this is documented, right? This is in their record. You can reference, yeah.
Documented. They have to come up with a quarterly report. They put them on a 5-year edict, and they have not improved.
So we got to abolish juvenile court.
Yeah. It's a travesty. And see, they use that hacked election machine system to make sure that these offices, they want to keep the DA, juvenile court judge, clerk of juvenile court, and they want to keep the sheriff's department. See, those are the power positions. The county mayor is just a frou-frou showpiece position. City mayor's actually got some power. But look at this. What's going on now? I'm not being racist about it. It's just you would expect, something better.
No, but this needs to be called. Yeah, but this is like part of. See what I'm saying? Like you said, we had a missed opportunity for 8 years. This should have been part of what we should have been talking about. How juvenile courts treat black men, and it should have been a movement around this. I mean, I saw John Legend. He requested that Obama pardon 36,000 federal prisoners or something like that. And I'm saying you got a lot of people in jail for this bogus stuff, and like we allow for these people to get elected off of bogus election cycles and stuff. And for people like you who advocate for the people to be disenfranchised, this is a joke. I mean, I just think that we got to blame ourselves because we're paying taxes into a system that demeans and dehumanizes us. And we okay with it. We okay living in hell. We okay with the hell that we know. This is insane. This is.
Yep.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, Judge, I mean, you said that the Justice Department called out the Memphis Juvenile Court. We know about the history. You talked about it on my show about Georgia Tan and that lady, that Irish lady judge up in Juvenile Court doing what they did to kids.
Yeah, they sold kids. The last slave auction in America was held in 1963, 62 in Shelby County Juvenile Court.
Wow. And there you go.
That's what I call it. They were bidding on, and the money went in her pocket for selling babies. I call that a slave auction.
It is what it is. That's true. And I mean, we're the largest city on the Mississippi River, and the Mississippi River was known for helping trafficking slave trade, so.
Nathan Bedford Forrest and his partner Maples had the biggest slave dealing business in America right here in Memphis.
That's right. That's right. And he's a state hero. The first KKK wizard. He's a state hero.
Yeah, what do they call it unofficially? Nat Turner Park, and they've got Nathan Bedford Forrest equestrian statue, and he and his wife's bones presiding over the damn thing.
That's right.
Down there on Union.
Yes, sir.
What is it? Medical Park or something like that?
Yeah, Health Science Park, whatever they call it.
Yeah, Health Science Park, yeah. Unofficially, Nat Turner Park.
That's right. That's right. Well, Judge, I want to thank you. Go ahead.
I always enjoy coming on. It's the same message, but I guess it needs to be heard. But, yeah, sisters, I'm glad you get shook up off of this polygamy thing. You need to think about it.
Yeah, I'm going to push
you get mad, how many of you have been telling your boys, you too pretty to work, go find you some dumb woman to take care of you?
That's right.
See, stop that. A man's got to be a man. Quit cutting everything up for him. Quit pampering him. Quit buying him $150 Air Jordan tennis shoes.
That's right.
Because you don't want to feel bad. And for God's sake, take your little daughters and quit putting all of these weave and things in their head with 10 pounds of braids on their hair. Get them a nice little cut, or let them grow their hair long. Show them how to take care of it. Take care of their complexions, brush their teeth, take care of their feet, dress appropriately, and pay attention to being students instead of running around pandering to them. I want some braids. No, they don't need all of that.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
The boys certainly don't. Teach them to be men. Tell them to be men every time you talk to them. Act like a man.
Yes,
Quit
sir.
pampering.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Brother Judge, so much. In the words of Great Duke Ellington, we love you madly. We always appreciate you coming on our platform. And people are getting so much out of it, but people are always asking, when will we see the Judge back on TV? They want to know when they can see you back on TV.
I have a sneaking suspicion you'll be able to see me back on TV this fall, coming up 2017.
So it's very much exciting. You got a new family. You got your old fans, but also new fans because of the internet and people being exposed to what you are also about. And definitely, I look forward to hearing people comments in the comment section about the polygamy issue because you laid it out for them, and also about juvenile court and polyandrous relationships. So we're gonna be talking about all that on this platform over the next couple of weeks. So there's gonna be a lot of interesting things coming out about that as well.
If you're not a good woman, be good to her. If you're not a good man, be good to him. But quit running around being jealous and deal with, I don't own him, I relate to him. I don't own her, I relate to her. Because the only way, by the way, you can be sure somebody is totally committed to just you is to follow them around 24/7, and that's dysfunctional.
Very dysfunctional. And it's not really a real relationship because you got to have trust at the foundation, right? You got to be able to trust people.
And one other thing, I have, from all the courses I have handled, all of the counseling, from having been a man and being a bachelor a whole lot, the one that's always hollering about, you running around on me, I know you are, is the one that is doing the running around, or at least thinking about it.
Yeah. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, scholars and laymen. Wisdom from the judge himself, the Honorable Judge Joe Brown. Thank you so much, Judge.
All right, brother. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.